Welcome to spring! Today we have a very busy day. Lots of planting involved, so we're going to start with planting the rest of my potatoes. I actually planted the majority of my potatoes with my mom a couple of days ago, so I'll insert the clips here. Welcome to my garden. We're planting potatoes. So my potatoes, I have a couple different varieties here. Have already started growing, which is great, but we need to get these in the ground. So mom and I are going to do that. Currently we're digging a trench and then we'll plant the potatoes. So some of our potatoes have been planted. We have the Green Mountain variety, a purple variety, and then a French fingerling variety planted in this row. And then I still have a red fingerling variety over there to plant as well. Potatoes have been planted. So they're under there, all of them. Yep, right under there. So they'll hopefully sprout in a couple weeks, and eventually we'll have potatoes. But I have one more variety that I want to plant. It's called Superior, so we'll get to planting. So I learned after planting all the other potatoes that I probably planted them a little bit too close together. So we'll see how those guys do, but I planted these guys farther apart, so they'll probably do much better. Potatoes done. So I think now we're going to start some seeds. So I'm inside about to start some seeds. I'm doing this inside because it's very windy outside, and I've started seeds outside in the wind before, and seed packets go everywhere. It's just a mess. So I'm inside. So I have my seeds that I want to start today laid out, and I am starting most of my flower seeds in these plastic containers that you get salad in from the grocery store. I really like it because it kind of makes a little greenhouse when you close the lid. Just wetting down the soil before I start planting. I'm going to start with planting zinnias. Calendula is next on the list. Next, we're going to plant some marigolds, and I saved these seed heads from last year's crop. I have a few tomato seeds I need to start still, so we're going to put them in this tray. Gonna plant some parsley in this tray as well. And some echinacea. And last but not least, basil. Now to bring all the seeds to my seed starting area. It's right next to the baby's room, and she's napping right now, so we're gonna be really quiet. So I've already started a bunch of seeds. These are cilantro. I have some green okra coming up. We're waiting on our red okra. I have some flowers down there. I believe those are straw flowers. And this big section here is snapdragons. Still waiting for those to pop. Chamomile. Most of my tomatoes have germinated, which is great. And then I did have amaranth germinate, but it got so leggy that I'm going to restart them. So I still have some planting in the garden I need to do, but before I do that, I need to deal with the chicken that's in my kitchen. Miss Little Fluffy Head has a hurt foot, so I am soaking her in an Epsom salt bath. And she's been soaking for a good half an hour now, and I think I'm going to let her back out, and we'll do this treatment probably one more time today, and we'll do it twice a day for hopefully until she gets better, which is hopefully soon. How do you feel, Fluffy? Better? We are out in the garden. I've prepped my bachelor button row, and as you can see, we have a few volunteers from last year, which is great. So I'm going to plant seeds now. And I'm using seeds that I saved from last year's crop. I'm in the radish row now, and we're going to plant our second succession planting of radishes. So again, I planted 3 varieties of radishes. I did watermelon radishes, the Easter egg again, and a French breakfast radish. Last but not least on my list are beets. Beets are done. So I think we gotta water the garden, and I think we're gonna do a little garden tour. Be the first garden tour of the year. So since I'm watering, we can start the garden tour here. So this row, we have arugula, and it came up very well. These are seeds that I saved from last year. Then we have my spinach row. So I transplanted these spinach here from last year. They just wintered over. And then I planted some new little guys down there that you can see they kind of look like grass. So I planted some kale in this row, and I'm kind of surprised. Half the kale that I planted really didn't come up. The other half did. I think that down there is the Russian. What do you think of this baby? My lettuce is doing well. All my onions are up. My first planting of radishes is doing very well. Broccoli is doing okay. I might have to replant. My garlic is killing it. I definitely need to plant more next year. And that's the tour of this garden. Our cherry tree is blooming. And since we're over here, we'll talk about the strawberry bed. The strawberries are doing amazing. Like, there's so much new growth. I am very excited for the coming months when we'll get hopefully a ton of strawberries. This garden in front here is looking fabulous. And just a quick note about my variegated iris, it is indeed alive, so I'm very excited about that. My herb bed, so lavender is coming back strong, lots of new growth. Garlic chives are doing great. I planted a few seeds of cilantro just as like a little experiment, and they are coming up, so that's exciting. Chives are getting ready to bloom, which I feel like it's early, but I don't think it is. And then, the sage that we moved is starting to have new growth on it. So we didn't kill it, which is good. The peach trees are blooming, the pear trees are just finishing blooming, and they all look so pretty. We will end today's video here at the beautiful magnolia. What do you think, baby? You like it? Well, thank you for joining us today. We hope you have a great rest of your day, and we'll see you next time. Say bye!